On this week's episode, DC's Justice League is in the middle of a pretty serious facial hair crisis. Pro-Overwatch players are making a serious amount of cash. Marvel's Avengers go prehistoric. And finally, Bluehole, the developer of PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, has banned a few players this week for stream sniping, which, honestly, up until this week, I had no idea what that actually was. But we'll cover it, all this and more, on this week's episode of the Nerf Report.
Are you listening? Damn. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Welcome to the Nerf Report. My name is Bryant, Chappel, and let's get straight into this week's news. This week, Overwatch released the long-awaited villain DoomFist as a playable character. Of course, DoomFist was announced as a playable character 3 weeks ago, but if you're really an Overwatch fan, you know that DoomFist has been part of the Overwatch lore since the very beginning. DoomFist is the 25th character that is available in Overwatch. His cybernetics make him fast and very strong, able to deal with the combat on the front line of any battle. DoomFist uses his hand cannon for ranged attacks and also slams his fist into the ground, knocking opposing players into the air. DoomFist also has a moveset that includes Rising Uppercut and Rocket Punch. While Overwatch fans from around the world have flocked to playing DoomFist, one Twitch streamer by the name of ATwerkingYoshi? God, ever since I've seen this name, I can't get the image of Yoshi twerking out of my head. Thanks a lot. ATwerkingYoshi created his own custom DoomFist controller using a boxing glove, a Wiimote, and this is honestly really cool. And oddly enough, it actually works. In a post on Reddit, ATwerkingYoshi described the inner workings of the controller. It's been a while since I've made a controller to play a game. This time, I wired up a boxing glove and used Wiimote's motion controls to play DoomFist. The idea is simple. Throw a punch, punch in the game. Uppercut, uppercut in the game. Flail around, and you might do some weird combo. Motion control still needs fine-tuning, but since DoomFist is in the public test realm, I have time to perfect it. For a day's work, I think it turned out great. Speaking of Overwatch, this week Activision unveiled the starting salaries for players in the upcoming esports Overwatch League. Players in the Overwatch League will earn a minimum of $50,000 a year, with a guaranteed year-long contract with their said team. Teams must provide health insurance and a retirement plan for every player. Teams are also required to split at least 50% of all bonuses and tournament winnings with players. With a bonus pool of $3.5 million at stake, the first season players could be taking home a nice chunk of change. God, if only I were good at Overwatch. Variety reported this week that director Joss Whedon's reshoots for the upcoming DC Justice League film have become much more difficult. Henry Cavill, aka the Passion of the Christ, aka Superman, is currently filming Mission Impossible 6, and in that film, he supports a pretty sick mustache. However, unfortunately, in his contract with Paramount, he is barred from shaving off his mustache for any reason until the filming of Mission Impossible 6 wraps. So that is now leaving DC and Justice League wondering, well, hey, why does Superman have a mustache in one section of the film and in the other section of the film he doesn't? Well, never fear. Warner Brothers has announced that they will be digitally removing Henry Cavill's mustache in post-production. But for the time being, and just for the fact that it's funny, I would like to reimagine the Man of Steel. So I present to you the Prospector. When he isn't saving the world or flying faster than a speeding bullet, this Superman is hard at work running his gold mine in Smallville, Kansas. Mustache number 2, the O'Shaughnessy. Have you ever wanted to see Superman in the gangs of New York? Well, this mustache is right up your alley. Not only does it make him look like a gentleman, but I think he looks dapper as fuck. Mustache number 3, the Fu Manchu. This Superman not only is bulletproof, but he is the expert in Taekwondo. Fun fact, This Superman actually is the founder of Cobra Kai. In fact, he is the inventor of the sweeping of the leg technique. Mustache number 4, whoa, hell no. Hell to the no. This, no. No, 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 absolutely not, no. No. The act of digitally removing Superman's mustache is going to be very pricey, so I came up with a much more cost-effective option. Just give everyone facial hair. If everyone's doing it, then it's perfectly fine. I mean, look at it. Flash, Cyborg, they all got pretty sick beards. Batman, Superman, they look dope. Aquaman's already got one, and Gal Gadot, holy hell. Guys, I didn't think it was possible, but Gal Gadot just got sexier. The final facial hair solution I have for DC's Justice League film is let's turn Superman into a villain. A vaudeville villain. That's right, this Superman, when he isn't busy tying women down to train tracks, he's leading the hero into a mine shaft that's clearly rigged to blow up and kill everyone. In all honesty, the fact that they're doing reshoots already gives me concern for this film, but the fact that they're now having to focus on digitally removing Superman's mustache when they could be putting those resources elsewhere kind of concerns me a little bit. So, time will tell. Justice League comes out this fall. Hopefully it'll be good. If you're like me and you are a fan of HBO's hit series Westworld, well, you can't wait for season 2. Well, don't worry. There's a brand new video game that's about to hit the web that kind of will fill the void for our Western needs. Wild West Online is an upcoming MMO that transports players directly into the Wild Wild West. Nope, not that one. Wild West Online features saloons that allow players to play roulette, hire ladies of the night, drink whiskey, play pokers, and brawl with other players. Players can volunteer as deputies where they can hunt down other players who have broken in-game rules, stolen from saloons, or other businesses. Honestly, this bounty system seems really cool, and the fact that your in-game actions have real-world consequences makes it very unique. The game offers in-depth character design, a massive open-world experience, and much, much more. If you're interested in playing the game's alpha, head on over to www.playwwo.com. Marvel Comics' Legacy event is going to kick off later this year, and for many, it's Marvel's attempt to bring back many characters who have been killed through other series. However, we got our first look at Legacy Issue 1, and it looks really, really sick. Issue number 1 gives us our first taste of the prehistoric Avengers. That's right. Before Captain America, Iron Man, Hulk, and Thor teamed up to defeat Loki, there were the Avengers of 1 million BC. The Avengers of 1 million BC is featuring the all-seeing Agamotto, the Phoenix, the original Black Panther, Iron Fist, Starbrand, Odin, and the Ghost Rider. I can't wait to see how this is going to correlate or what ties in they're going to be for future Avengers. Like, of course, Odin, he's the father of Thor. You got the original Black Panther who then passes it down to generation, and there's a brand new Black Panther. Phoenix and Iron Fist, of course, transfer from person to person, but Agamotto, he's the one that gave the all-seeing eye to Doctor Strange, so I honestly can't wait to read this. Like, there's going to be so much lore built on this one issue of comic. This week, video game developer Bluehole banned a series of players from its smash hit PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds is a battle royale that parachutes 100 players into a map where they must kill each other and be the last player standing. The most notable ban came on July 18th when Bluehole decided to ban Dr. Disrespect for team killing. Dr. Disrespect has a Twitch following of 720,000 followers. He is easily the most viewed PUBG player of all time, so what did he do to get banned? Well, he team killed. You see, Dr. Disrespect team killed another member on his fire team in order for him to have a seat on a motorcycle.
Okay, let's go then.
Well, we have an issue here. Uh-oh.
Alright. Damn.
Stop messing around.
Oh, alright. Solves that issue. Alright.
Now, I gotta admit, I find this honestly hilarious. They're currently in a fire team of 4. They're looking at a motorcycle that fits 3, and whoever is the last player alive is the greatest player of all time. So what does Dr. Disrespect do? Well, he pops a cap in his teammate to make room for him so he can be the greatest player of all time. Well, little did he know that the omnipotent PUBG god Brandon Green, he wrote the 14 commandments of PUBG.
And the Lord Brendan Green said, "Do not team kill. There is no excuse for non-accidental team kills. If your teammate is breaking these rules, report them to us instead. Amen."
Unfortunately, Dr. Disrespect learned the news that he had been banned live on Twitch.
Not yet. I can't just get off in the middle of a streak. Wait a minute, I have been banned.
What? No way.
What?
Really?
Hold on a second.
The banning of Dr. Disrespect was followed by a tweet from PUBG creator Brandon Green. Green tweeted, "If you break the rules in PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, no matter who you are, you're gonna have a bad time." Real quick, Brandon, you had 140 characters, and you chose gonna instead of going to. You literally had 30 characters left. You have no excuse. Why did you pick gonna? Dr. Disrespect isn't one to back down from a challenge, so he decided to tweet back at Brandon Green by saying, "I'll break the rules anytime, anywhere I go, and looking good doing it." In which Brandon Green replied back by saying, "In my house, you follow the rules or you get the fuck out." Heart sign. To which Dr. Disrespect comes back with quite possibly the greatest comeback of all time. "If I could do the splits, I'd roundhouse kick you in the neck. But since I can't, I'll just kick you in the chest instead. Lightning." To which Brandon Green took a little offense to that last one and responded by saying, "Suggesting violence is the best way to solve a disagreement is just wrong, even if you're playing a character." Which this tweet opened a shitstorm of responses from the video gaming community. Trophy J said, "Taking a joke serious only shows your lack of understanding toward the community that makes your game a success." Ronnie Young said, "There's clearly a huge disconnect between the developer of this game and its player base. Step back, stop banning, or you'll ruin the game." Ascos Go tweeted, "Pretty fucked up that he got perma'd because a devs went re my feelings." At NannyGoat27 said, "Trying to be politically correct to a shooter video game is never going to work." And finally, Jose Rios 1924 tweeted, "Reading this makes me want to ask for a refund. How can you say that on a game where everyone kills each other to win?" Brandon Green responded to the flurry of angry tweets by tweeting the following statement. "So today I created a little bit of a shitstorm on Twitter. Before I begin, I have to say that I do enjoy the character Guy has created with Dr. Disrespect. Hell, I'm even a part of his Slick Daddy Club. I understand that he likes to talk shit, and I was right there with him until one tweet. I was told that I should have taken the doc's threat of violence as a joke, so now I will try to explain why I took this tweet seriously and tweeted out the response I did. Story time. When I was in college many years ago, I had a disagreement with a flatmate. Instead of talking it out like men, he decided to get aggressive, and while I was backing away from him, he kicked me in the chest and put my head through a plate glass door. Thankfully, I don't suffer from any ill effects due to this experience. The point of the story is to attempt to explain why I think the threat of violence is not something that should be joked about. Given my experience in college and the fact that the doc's threat, even as a joke, synced up closely to the bad experience I endured, it could have brought up bad memories, triggered a panic attack, or had other consequences the doc might not have intended when composing the tweet. All I ask from anyone that reads this is to consider that your words, however flippant they might be, could have unintended effects on those reading them. Player unknown." Man, I guess if you have a history of being kicked in the chest, you should probably stop what you're doing. Dr. Disrespect has clearly read Brandon Green's statement and apparently is responding in true Dr. Disrespect fashion. His brand new gamer tag for PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds is Glass Windows, and his comeback stream was titled Jump Kicks. I wish I could say the banning stopped there, but unfortunately Bluehole banned a player this week for stream sniping.
The Lord Brandon Green continued by saying, "Do not stream snipe. This is a form of cheating and you will be banned if you do it. Amen."
Which honestly, before this week, I had no idea what it was. If you would have asked me what stream sniping was, I would have said stream sniping are those low-life Twitch streamers that come into your chat and they're like,
"Hey man, wish I could stay longer, but it's been a dope stream. I gotta go stream some Crash Bandicoot tonight. I'll be streaming for the next 4 hours. Anyone who wants to watch some Crash Bandicoot, check it out."
But apparently I was wrong. Urban Dictionary describes stream sniping as one who is watching or following a streamer into a server or a game queue just to kill or taunt them. Well, the party in question is PUBG player Loto, who was accused of stream sniping Summit 1G, and Shroud. According to Shroud, Loto is a stream sniper who was using Shroud's live stream to figure out his coordinates, hunt him down, and kill him. As far as Bluehole is concerned, well, Loto got a 7-day ban with the chance to appeal it, which he did. Reddit user Free1Remedy had this to say about the ban. "In my opinion, I feel like stream sniping shouldn't be a rule to begin with. You know what you're getting yourself into when you stream, and it's so hard to tell if someone's stream sniping that trying to stop it is impossible, and just crazy to even try and justify banning." Reddit user Tuski chimed in by saying, "This stream sniping rule is just nonsense. There is no way you can prove anyone is stream sniping unless they give you hard evidence themselves. It is all just word of mouth." Brandon Green became aware of the issue and posted the following statement on Twitter. "I have seen the data the community team looked at before issuing the ban, and the ban was indeed justified. The tracking data shows that the player in question tried to join the same lobby as their target multiple times. While we understand we cannot prove that this player was watching the target's broadcast, we see no other reason why they would consistently attempt to be in the same lobby as someone who is broadcasting live other than to have the advantage in the game. We have tracking in place that allows us to verify unfair play like this, despite what some players may think. For example, we can track when a player joins and quickly disconnects from multiple lobbies, only staying in a game when they're in the same lobby as their target. We are constantly developing new tracking systems and ways to ensure fair play from all players. We don't generally mention this publicly as it would give valuable information to those that try to cheat the system. No one gets special treatment, and if the data doesn't back up a claim, no ban is handed out. The community team is committed to ensuring everyone, no matter who they are, has a level playing field in the game." And this is where the story ends. Personally, I think PUBG's stream sniping rule is ridiculous. If you choose to stream a game, you are putting yourself at a disadvantage. Not the game, not the viewer, you. That is your determination to put yourself at a disadvantage. That's like me going to Vegas and sitting at a poker table, showing everyone else my cards and saying, "Hey, you're cheating, you're stream sniping, that's why you're winning and I'm losing." It just makes zero sense to me. Plus, Twitch gives you the ability to delay your stream by 10 to 15 seconds. So you can put yourself at a slight advantage, but still streaming this puts you at a huge disadvantage. The only one you should be complaining to is yourself. That is it for this week's episode of the Nerf Report. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you saw, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, but more importantly, share it with your friends. My name is Bryant Chappel. You are you, but more importantly, this has been the Nerf Report.
Are you listening? Damn.